everybody, welcome to the mermaid tutorial. I'm really excited for this. I want to go ahead and get started. I pull my hair back because it's easier for me, and I definitely recommend if you have something like this headband or any headband, anything to kind of help pull your hair back, it's definitely going to help, especially when we put the wig cap on to do the scales. If you want to have nice defined scales, it helps to kind of pull your hair back. So I'm actually going to start with just a really good foundation and some pearlizer. So I'm using the Make Sense foundation in almond, and I'm actually only doing about half a pump because I'm going to do a whole pump of the pearlizer. I want my skin to just glow. So I'm using a little bit more of that. So I'm going to mix those up. Then I'm going to use a stippling brush. And I'm just going to pat this on my face. Now, the next thing that I'm going to do is add just a little bit of highlighting. This is the Sandstone Pearl Shimmer Shadow Sense. And I'm just going to dab just a littlest bit right here on the bridge of my nose. And I'm going to dab a tiny bit here on my Cupid's bow. And I'm going to do just a little bit here under my eye, just in a triangle. Now I'm highlighting these areas because I really want them to shine. And normally I would do some contouring, but with the mermaid I'm not going to, because where I put the scales is actually where I normally do my contouring. So we're just going to do a little bit of highlighting right here under the eyes, on the bridge of the nose, and the Cupid's bow. So now that we've got that done, we're going to go ahead and do the funnest, well, the most exciting part, which is the scales. Now for that, I definitely recommend a wig cap. So go ahead and put this on here. And again, this helps, having the headband here helps pull the hair away from my face so that when I put this on, it stays. I'm going to stretch it out a little bit here because on my cheeks I found that it actually tends to get a little smaller, and I want to keep kind of fairly large scales. So I'm just going to stretch that a little bit. I'm going to actually start with my darkest color. The colors that I'm going to be doing are denim, amethyst, silver violet, a little bit of pink opal shimmer, and some silver shimmer. So these 5 colors, these are going to be my scales. I'm doing a lot of blue and purple, guys. So I'm going to go ahead and take some of this denim, and I'm actually going to put it just on this sponge. I'm going to be putting this on in layers because with Shadow Sense, it dries better if you put it on in thin layers, and then once it dries, it stays. I'm going to spread it out on my brush a little bit, and then I'm going to start putting it on. And I'm just going to dab in the area that I want it to be at. To the amethyst, which is this pretty purple color, and I'm going to use the same sponge because I'm going to kind of mix the colors anyways. I'm doing this everywhere, but more especially kind of on the outside of where I did the denim, because I want it to kind of fade into the purple and lighten up as it gets closer to the rest of my face. Layers and dabbing are your friend here. So layer after layer, dab and dab. If you try and put on too much at once, you're going to lose the definition in your scales. If you don't put on enough, then it's going to be too light and you won't really be able to see the scales. So just build it up, be patient with it. Okay, so now I'm going to move on to Silver Violet, which is a lighter color still. Okay, now I'm going to add the real shimmer that comes into this with the pink opal and the silver shimmer. So with these two, I'm actually going to flip my sponge over and use the other side that doesn't have any of the dark colors on it. And I'm also going to use another brush. I definitely want to highlight my cheeks here. Think about where your blush would be if you're going to do that. And also maybe where your highlighting will be. So I'll do across the forehead. Okay. And now finally we're going to do the silver shimmer. And the silver shimmer I'm going to kind of put everywhere, especially where I didn't do the pink. Here we go. Are you ready to see the scales? Now I took it all the way down my face. Again, once I put my wig on, you're going to see how it frames my face quite a bit, and I definitely still wanted there to be scales, so I brought it in close to my face. If you're not wearing a wig or your wig is further back, you definitely don't have to go as far forward. You can stay back with the scales if you don't want them to come as much in. But I wanted to definitely get that mermaid look. I'm going to go ahead and start with my eyes. I'm going to use the same colors, but I'm going to start with snow to give myself a nice white canvas so that the colors stand out really nicely. So I'm just going to dab a little bit on there, and then I like to use my finger to put it where I'd like it to be. Now I'm actually going to do my brows before I continue. And I'm going to do my brows with denim. Now that I've done the blue, I'm actually going to use one product that is not Senegence, and it's Bare Minerals If I Know blue powder eyeshadow. And the reason I'm doing this is because, like I said, this was really dark, and I want to lighten it up a little bit and make it kind of match my wig a little more, as well as match my scales a little more. I don't want it to be quite so dark, but I also don't want it to be ashy, which is what happened when I added the others. So I've added a little bit of sparkle into that, if you can see that. Now, using Shadow Sense as a base is a great way to get things to stay long term. So if the Shadow Sense, if you can't find a Shadow Sense in the color that you want, you can use it as a base and layer a different one over it, which will still help prolong the life of your makeup. Because the Shadow Sense is really good at staying. It doesn't budge, it doesn't smear. So it acts as a really good base. Okay, so now we are ready to finish up the eyes. The snow has set, which means I've got that blank canvas. I'm actually going to start in the middle with Silver Violet. And I am going to use a brush for this. So I'm going to take a little bit on my brush and I'm going to dab it in on my eye. The same concept applies as to the scales. You want to do a little at a time and build it up. I'm going to take a little bit of amethyst and really just the tiniest bit. Do up in the crease and out at the corner. I'm going to go back to that pink opal. And I'm going to use a different brush. Again, trying to keep my darks and my lights a little bit separate. And I'm going to put this right in here, up onto the top to add some of the shine. Perfect. Now I'm going to take a little bit of silver shimmer as well. Mostly to go here under the eye. Okay, now I'm gonna finish up with denim, where I want to highlight just a little bit. And I'm gonna use my little fine brush for this because I just want the littlest bit. Just kind of add a little bit of drama here. Finish that up with my mascara. Now you can definitely do other things if you'd like to. If you want to do a fake eyelash or a colored mascara, you can. I love this mascara and I love the way my lashes look with it. I'm going to go ahead and use for the lips the Team Wicked Lip Sense. If you need a tutorial on how to apply lip sense, look at my other YouTube videos. I actually have an application video that just walks you through step by step. I'm not going to bore you with it for this part. I put on my 3 layers and then I use opal gloss here at the end. So I've gone ahead and used opal gloss on that. Finally, I'm actually going to go ahead and adhere a few rhinestones because I love glitter and sparkle. So I'm going to put some blue rhinestones right here. And I actually just went and got some cosmetic adhesive from the store, a really cheap little bottle. So I'm not going to use it very often. I'm just going to use it really when I do my mermaid face. Okay. Now you can put on your wig, unless you already have. I'm going to go ahead and do mine right now. That's the mermaid tutorial. Thank you so much for watching. Please let me know if you have any questions. I'd love to read your comments below. And of course, please subscribe to see my other tutorials.